At some point, almost anyone who's played Growtopia has wanted a pair of Phoenix Wings. People pour countless diamond locks into gacha hoping to get lucky, or spend months grinding and trading to just finally afford a pair. So instead of doing that, I decided to build my own. For this project, I used 462 wooden cubes, all hand painted and assembled, one by one, to recreate Phoenix Wings as a piece for my display shelf. The whole thing took about 7 days, with around 35 hours of actual work. The rest of the time was mostly just waiting for the epoxy to dry. But before I could even start building, I had to find a clean image of the wings to use as a reference, which turned out to be way harder than I expected. Every picture I found online was either pixelated, stretched, or low quality. So I ended up rebuilding the wings in a pixel editor. I took a photo of the wings from Google, ran it through a color matcher, and then I recreated the entire design pixel by pixel so I could get accurate colors and proportions. Once that was done, it was time to get my materials. I went to the local art store and picked up 462 wooden cubes, 5 tubes of epoxy, and the closest colors of paint that I could find. And then the real work started. I began with the core center section of the wings, which acts as a base for everything else. From there I started building outward, painting every block individually, and attaching them one by one with epoxy. And honestly, it wasn't as smooth as it sounds. Some days the paint just wouldn't dry properly, or the epoxy wouldn't dry properly, which actually slowed everything down. The epoxy also didn't stick the way it should have sometimes, making pieces fall or shift, and I would have to redo them. And when you're working with hundreds of tiny blocks, even small mistakes can turn into lots of extra work. But after days of painting, gluing, waiting, and repeating the process, the wings finally started to come together. And after 462 blocks, and way too much epoxy and way too much time, I finally finished the wings. A real-life pixel version of Phoenix Wings built completely by hand, something that started off as a tiny in-game item, is now sitting on a shelf in the real world. And honestly, that's what makes projects like this so cool. Taking something from a game that tens of thousands of people recognize instantly and turning it into something that you can actually hold, display, and show people and look at in real life. After doing that process twice and making the other side of the wings and putting them together, this is the final result.